Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time once again. A little high, a little hot. High as in the height of the camera, because I had to jack up the stumps below it, but that's nor here nor there. It's pre-flight time, so who gives a shit? Here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday night pre-flight episode 119. As part of the usual, I am Cobble S. Cobble. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again this week on the FSCW network, we're not going to directly go to the match this time because we got some action going in the back as we speak. But it's been a hectic week. Our turn's been rolling, and we have some surprises coming up. And next week's going to be more interesting. And we see Shane coming down from the ring, and he last week lost to Blavis. I fucking lost to Blavis. That's fucked up. He should not be in the spotlight. I'm supposed to be. Which is very true, because he got his ass waffle stomped by Blavis of all people in the tournament. And Shane lost that little bit of he had and got knocked back down several pegs. And we see Radiance now. Next week, Breezeman, I'll put you out. But first, we need to watch this so I know all her tricks. So stupid with these loud noise. Intel gathering. She won't be ready for me. And yes, that's even one of the other surprises we have for this week. Next week will be Championships weekend. We have all the titles up for grabs in the FSCW, and into our main event will be the conclusion of the King of the Ring to crown our new FSCW champion, TV title champion. But we'll get into more of that later on. But our first match of the night is going to be a Royal Rumble Fallout match, pinning is going to be Sam versus Killa. Well, we got a couple of those matches going up. We have our Sean and Eddie series of matches coming up, and today it's a first blood match for those two. Still working on things, and right now the score's been pretty much, I think Eddie's up 2-1, but that's nor here nor there. But we have Killa versus Sam, and if we take a side step back to the Royal Rumble, it was known that Sam had eliminated Killa, and Sam kind of upset last week because he couldn't take, or he's still a little angry, he wasn't able to take Blavis. No, actually, he was fighting Shane. So Sam tried taking Shane out, and Sam had all the cards there. He had matches over wins against Shane. But when it all came down to it, Shane just was able to weather the storm and moved on until Shane lost to Blavis. So Sam's probably in a decent, better mood than he was. But this week he's got Killa against him. And Killa's probably not going to be too happy. He's going to try and make him have more of a bad day, or a bad week, or a bad month, however you want to, whatever pictures are fancy. So it's going to be interesting to see if Sam unleashes some of that frustration, but even if he does, Killa is a very large man. So Sam making his way down to the ring. But yeah, like I said, this is one of several matches for this evening. But our double main event is going to be very interesting. with the finals in play, and the winners from the tournament go on to face each other for all the glory next week. So everything is on the line here and this week on the FSCW. Thank you all once again for joining us here. We welcome our new viewers as well. Hopefully you enjoy the content and might want to throw your hat in the FSCW ring. We'll just wait and see. But not much is known besides him teaming up with Hackman. That's the only real time we've seen him get involved. We've seen him end up having a total of 4 or 5 matches, so there's not really enough to get an understanding of Killa. But he maybe been watching tape like everybody else has been doing the last couple weeks, so.
Volume 10. Volume 9.
Our sound guys need to fix a couple things. But it should be an interesting solid match between these two guys. So here we go.
So this will be a one-fall, one-finish, one-on-one match. The first competitors.
Sam opens up a big-ass clothesline, but Killa come back with his right hand to that left hook. Punches and kicks all the way to the midsection. Killa pulls up the electric chair. Begins to stomp on Sam, and Sam is going to be on the receiving end of a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And early on, Killa's got the advantage. Killa goes to the headlock, hip toss, and Sam down. Killa picks up Sam. And they lock up in the center. Killa's going to try and get it, but Sam's going to fight his way out of it. And Sam comes with another deep meat hook clothesline. But Killa's right back up. And Killa, single leg takedown into a knee breaker. Killa picks Sam back up. Killa gonna send Sam into the corner, reeling, bouncing it off. Look at the power. Oh, schoolboy roll up! 1. Oh, tried catching Sam off guard, but Sam's able to be wary enough to get out of that. And Killa is gonna go to that shin breaker now. And Killa's gonna go to that Boston Crab, but Sam's right there to break it up. Killa gonna throw Sam into the ropes and hit a big back body drop. And followed up with a body scissors elbow, and Killa's got not giving much room for Sam to breathe. But Sam's gonna try and fight his way out of it. Goes for another deep hook, meat hook clothesline, but walks into another tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Killa's gonna roll him over, put him into the moose knuckle. This time Sam's got nowhere to go. But Sam's going to try and fight out of it. And Sam's going to tap out. The sheer power of Killa. And Killa's going to catch him. And oh dear God. Oh God damn. Killa drops Sam right on his back. Here's the cover. 1. Sam's going to kick out at 1. Killa goes to the wrist lock, go to the waist lock. Killa, teardrop suplex. Killa is all over Sam early on. He's already made him tap once, but he was in fingertips range. Here's the cover. 1. Sam's going to kick out again. Killa punches the midsection of the face, left coat hook, right hook. Sam's irritated, hits a DDT to create some separation. Sam kicks the midsection, goes to the wrist lock, but Killa's going to counter up to the headlock, and he's going to need a kitchen sink him in the middle midsection. Sam's going to come back with a headlock of his own, elbow to the face. Sam goes to the waist of the headlock, going for a high angle neck breaker, trying to get some motivation back, but Sam has been torn to pieces early on here. They lock up in the center, and Killa gonna scoop slam the smaller guy, and here's the cover, one, and Sam's gonna kick out at one. Sam's in bad spot right now. Sam gets thrown off, sidesteps, nice little hand combinations there, goes to the headlock, goes to the wrist lock. Twist him over to that arm breaker. Trying to keep the offense on Killa before he can get off more of his offense. And Sam's going to pull out a power slam, and that's no fair task. Killa's like 420. But Killa right back to that knees in the midsection. Big kick to the midsection again, and now he's putting him up top, and oh dear God, oh what the hell? He's going to a bow and arrow variant? And oh God! Here's the cover, but Sam's going to barely kick out. Sam's coming back with right hands. And Sam's going to try and get him up, but it ends up falling short because that midsection has been worked on so much in this match. Couldn't get all of that arm drag. And Killa going to catch him into a floating power slam. One. Ooh, Sam barely gets out. Sam may have underestimated Killa in this one. Sam hits the neck breaker, trying to create a little breathing room, but he doesn't sit right on Killa, but Killa gets right back up, and Killa gets dumped over the top. Sam backing it up, trying to do something. And Sam going to try and take him out from the barricade, going to throw him in the steps instead. Sam wants that barricade shot, and Sam's going to get it. Not much sure how he's going to be worse on the receiving end of that. But Sam drives Killa through the machine into the guardrail, through it, and Killa's shocked. Sam's going for a cover on the outside. Ref's out of position. Whoa! Just enough for Killa to get out back into it, but Killa's going to catch him. And he goes for the Pepsi. Oh, God! Plunge. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. Nighty night, Sam. Killa buries Sam Knight. Killa showing the brute force that he can withstand on any living human being. Killa all over Sam. Sam really couldn't get out of the box. That tap out early, and then just a relentless assault on his midsection didn't give him much room to breathe. But our cameras are heading to the back once again. What's next? Shane, I got a bone to pick with you. Not in the mood, not today. Will I care less? Well, I care less about your issues and your bitch ass getting taken out by Blavis. You deserve to get schooled. You're cruising for a bruising if you keep running your mouth. If you want, I'll shut it for you. Nah, I'll wait for your bitch ass tonight. Smell you later. So apparently Brad is getting in on the Royal Rumble Fallout match because Shane got eliminated. Why wait? Because Shane eliminated Brad. So that's going to be something else. We're going to have Brad and Shane. But next up is going to be Kerr versus Eddie in a first blood match. And like I said, the score is like 2-1 right now in favor of Eddie. And it looks like Shane's in a foul mood, and can't blame him. Of all people, he got bleeped by Pilatus, who most were thinking he's more of a underdog or not much of anything. But he's proven in this tournament that he can stand with the best of the boys. We'll see if he can continue that trend later on this evening, but we had our first blood match coming up first. But we're seeing these last couple weeks, Eddie and Corey getting their stuff together and getting themselves sorted, trying to figure out where they need to improve on and what they still need to work on. So there should be another good match between these two. We have Kerr coming down the ring now. He finally got a victory last week by just teeing off on Eddie's head and then pulling out some new submission holds that we haven't seen from him in a while. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes. But first blood rules essentially make your opponent bleed first. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
And the fight is on.
Corey gonna open up a clothesline once again. Goes for that knee, but Eddie's gonna sidestep it. Eddie goes to the wrist lock, goes to the headlock. And Eddie gonna drop the elbow right across the throat. Eddie body scissors elbow to the face. And going after the arms, trying to weaken all the parts, and sitting out that split leg knee drop. Eddie's going to go to the waist lock, same switch to the headlock, elbow to the face. Eddie back to the headlock, goes for a shot, elbow right to the throat. Eddie goes back to the head, throws Corey in the corner, big avalanche body splash in the corner. Goes for that beautiful spinning missile drop kick. Eddie goes to the wrist lock. Corey's on a counter to the headlock. Corey just teeing off on Eddie's head. Big right hand goes to the waist lock. Standing switch to the headlock. Elbow to the face. Corey. Arm drag. Arm drag hip toss. Corey's going to pick Eddie back up. Eddie's slightly stunned, but Eddie's alert now. Eddie goes to the headlock. Struggling to get a vertical suplex, but gets it off. And he's going to hit a German suplex. And Corey's going to push Eddie away, try and knock some of that momentum off. Shoulder blocks him. Eddie goes to the waist lock. Corey's going to counter to the headlock. And another elbow shot to the throat of Eddie this time. Corey picks up Eddie, kicks in the midsection, but Eddie's going to counter and hit the step over leg lariat. And Corey's going to come back with a knee basher. Eddie's going to sweep the legs out. And Corey's going to fight back. Create some separation, but Eddie's going to go back in and say, have another German. And Corey's going to roll out of it. And he's hit another knee basher. Stunning Eddie once again. Corey's going to duck outside. Go after the announce table now. But Eddie's following suit, but Corey's going to catch him. Corey going to throw Eddie back into the ring. Drops the elbow. Boot to the face.
Everything is legal. You can do whatever you want to try and lacerate your opponent.
And they lock up in the corner. Corey's going to win this one to the waist lock. Standing switch.
Great match here.
Corey throwing Eddie into the corner now.
This week, go to WWE.com to catch up.
Corey shoulder thrust to the midsection. Corey going to put Eddie up top. And he's in an Eiffel Tower DDT. Shane's going to roll up and go into the vice lock. But we know you can't tap out as much as you want to. He's tap out, but he realizes that it's a first blood match, so he can tap out all day long, but it's not going to adjust anything. And Sean just torquing the hell out of Eddie's head and neck. Just making Eddie submit back and forth. And Eddie again goes for a tap out. But Corey gonna just stay on it and try to squeeze his actual brains out of his head. And Eddie is just in bad shape. And Corey, body's leg drop to the head, and there it is. It worked. Corey Kerr wins the first blood match by just trying to squeeze the brain of Eddie out and make that blood rush to the head. And one well-placed elbow means the end of the match. So Corey ties up the score at 2 apiece. They both have the ability to knock out, but Sean's got the submission and first blood capability matches. And now our cameras are going to the back once again. Oh, it's Shane. Wait. Get your ass up. Oh, Shane's just said they're just going to start now. To hell with later on. They're just going to fight each other right now, ladies and gentlemen, in the hallways. So Shane, not in a good mood. And now he's just going to finish completely trying to obliterate Brad. But this is also part of a Royal Rumble Fallout match because, well, Shane eliminated Brad. Brad's not happy. Shane's irritated, so he just kind of poked the bear at the wrong time. So they're fighting in the back right now. Shane, big high knee right out the gate. Shane, forearm to the face. He's going to throw him right into the hard concrete. Shane not happy, But Brad's gonna come back, knee to the midsection. Brad, knee to the midsection once again. Right hands, but Shane's gonna come back with a right hand of his own. Left jab, kick the midsection. Brad says no, spiked knees Shane's leg. They're fighting back and forth in there. And Shane kicks the midsection. That'll look kind of low. But Shane just going there, gonna grab a door and gonna throw it in front of Brad's face. And Brad getting awfully close, but Brad taking another shot to Shane's knee. But Shane comes after that rolling elbow. But Brad's gonna come back and he's gonna eat a sling blade, double axe handle, all over Brad early on. Big right hands, kick to the midsection. Gonna throw him through the wall. And Brad, enough of that, kicks him in the midsection. And Brad says, eat some storage crates. And Brad just hit the missile drop kick and knocking all the cases all over back here. Brad comes out with the right hand, kicks to the midsection, goes to headlock, but Shane says enough of that shit, kicks heavy higher into the bread basket. Shane right jab, Brad comes back left hook. Brad forearm. Shane comes back with a right hook of his own, left jab. Shane's gonna say eat a wall again. And Shane's gonna have another door. And oh dear God! Shane eats a DDT so badly it broke the game. Well, we'll have to come back to that, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll be right back.